copy of today's program, which will appear later. You are invited to take photographs throughout the ceremony. However, we ask that you please turn off your flash and remain in your seat. Please be considerate of others and do not obstruct any guest's view. There is a professional photographer for the ceremony who will be taking pictures throughout the event. We kindly request all parents and guardians who are attending today's ceremony to ensure that their children remain quiet and in their seats as we try to maintain a respectful atmosphere throughout the event. In any case of fire emergency during the event, theater staff will initiate an evacuation plan. Please follow the directions of staff as they direct you to the nearest safe exit. Once you are outside, please continue to move away from the building to keep all emergency exits clear for those behind you. If you require assistance, please remain in your seat and an usher will attend to your location. Please ensure that all cell phones and other communication devices are turned off or silent throughout the ceremony and refrain from conversations. I now ask everyone to please stand as the academic procession enters and to remain standing until you are asked to be seated. Please stand. I am pleased to introduce to you the graduating class of 2026. Please welcome the stage party for this year's convocation. Please be seated, everyone.
O siam ni siaya, I tanish gwalawan, kwtsi kwtsnala iwi ant ansachlot, ant the manas sintalia I kwaslaho siam, ant the imeth kwat ansachlot, kwaslaho siam, equith squistematoch, equith halat, hai tsepka amit sep witfilam, I chamath guyum, eat swahomish, eat slaughter tava. So what I said to you in the very teeny tiny bit of my language that I know, called Hunkmeetnam or Downriver Hulkameelan, I said, my respected friends, I have good feelings inside. I'm really happy to see you and be with you here today. And in our cultural ways, I introduced myself to you with my ancestral name. I carry the name Ansachalot. We are unaware that it has any meaning, but it's very meaningful to me because my grandmother had to find that name. You know, back in the colonizing days, when all of our children were forced to go to residential schools, they stole our language. They stole our languages. And it wasn't till really recent that I understood the depth of that theft, because somebody had asked me about my name. My grandmother had to find that name. When I was growing up, she felt it in her heart that I should carry an ancestral name. And luckily, one of my great uncles wrote things down. He kept journals. And within some of those journals, he kept family trees. And in that family tree is where my grandmother found this name. When she found the name Ansachalot, she brought it to the matriarch of her family, Auntie Emma. And she told her auntie she found this name and that this name belonged to Auntie Emma. And my great aunt said, oh no, Munt. Munt means young one. That is your name. You found that name, you carry that name. And so when it was time, my grandmother placed Ansachalot on me and Sitsiapma on my sister, Leah George Wilson. Our cultures also dictate or instruct us to share a little bit of our family tree. We do it for a number of reasons, but the most important is that it informs you, the audience, that I know who I am. I know where I come from, And as a as a grandmother, I carry that responsibility a lot more dearly these days. I have 7 grandchildren and 2 extras. My daughter and her husband raised his nephew, and now they're raising his niece. So my parents are the late hereditary chief Ernie George. My mother is Deanna. Both sets of my grandparents have passed on. My paternal grandparents were hereditary chief John L. George, and my granny's name was Lillian. For a real long time, I did not publicly share who my mother's parents were. And I guess being a grandmother myself, it just caused me to pause and reflect. And what I realized was I was living in a real colonized way. You know, back in the day when they were building Canada, they took all us Indians, all us natives, all us indigenous peoples, and stuck us on reserves. They forced us onto reserves with borders and labels and laws. What they effectively did was divide us and set us against each other. We are now in competition for lands and resources. So in my own small way, my own small effort to reconcile my relationship with my sister nations of the Musqueam and the Squamish, it's with great respect to acknowledge that my grandfather comes from the Squamish Nation, and his name was Stanislaus Joseph, or Stan. And my granny's name was Caroline, and she comes from Snuneymuxw. Her mother came from Nanaimo, and Ginkolith. Her father came from a beautiful Niska village up in the Nass Valley, and her name was Caroline. And raising my hands, you all understand that this is a gesture of welcome here in Coast Salish territories. Hi, Tsepka, thanking all of you. Amit Sepwatwil, and welcome you here to the homelands and waters of the Musqueam, the Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh peoples. I myself come from the Tsleil-Waututh people. Tsleil-Waututh in our language means people of the inlet, and it refers directly to all of the Burrard Inlet from the strait all the way up to the Indian River Valley. And I just raise my hands in thanks and gratitude for the School of Acsenda for asking us to come here and provide this protocol for you for this very important moment in your life. In our ways, when we see empty seats in the longhouses or the gatherings we're at, our elders teach us those seats are not empty. Your ancestors are here. So just take today as a day of wrapped. You're wrapped in love and support, and I wish you all the best in your journey to come. Hi, Tsepka, thanking all of you.
Chancellor Dr. Ross Paul and President Neil Mort, honoured guests, graduating students, faculty and staff of Acsenda School of Management, and those of you who are celebrating with us on live stream. I am proud to welcome you to this special event, and I want to extend a very warm welcome to everyone from the Acsenda community to celebrate with the class of 2026. My name is Dr. Andy Bassi, and I am the Senior Vice President Academic at Acsenda School of Management, and it is my honor to be the Grand Marshal this year. Now I'd like you to please stand and join us in the singing of our national anthem. The words will be projected on the screen. I would like to introduce Miss Esther Loranzas, one of our graduates who will be singing for us today. Esther, the floor is yours.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true
Thank you so much, Esther. Please be seated, everyone. We would like to begin this ceremony by acknowledging that Acsenda School of Management is situated on the traditional, ancestral and unceded territories of the Coast Salish people, including the Musqueam, the Squamish and the Tsleil-Waututh nations. And we thank Elder Colleen Thomas for leading our procession today. Chancellor Paul, I invite you to address the graduating class, members of the Acsenda faculty and staff, and their guests, and to then preside over today's convocation.
Thank you very much. What a day. Mr. President, Elder Carleen, graduates, members of the Platform Party, honored alumni, families, and friends here in person or watching from all over the world, something like 40 other countries. Graduates, as almost all of you are international students studying at a Canadian institution, I thought it would be interested to share some views of this country. I'm interested in why you chose to study here and what Canada means to you now. For the past 16 years, as a member of the Order of Canada, I've had the special privilege to volunteer and preside over Canadian citizenship ceremonies on a regular basis here in Vancouver. I can't imagine how many new Canadians I've welcomed. And I want to share just a little bit of what I say at each ceremony. I always have just one question. What does it really mean to be Canadian? Well, I go all the way back for the answer to 1972, when the CBC ran a national radio competition asking Canadians to complete the phrase, "as Canadian as." What do you think the answers were? As Canadian as maple syrup? As Canadian as ice hockey? As Canadian as snow? Well, the winning phrase, and this is so long ago, it came from a teenage girl from Ontario. And her answer was, "as Canadian as possible under the circumstances." I love this. For me, it epitomizes what it means to be Canadian, because we do not have a singular overwhelming definition of who we are. Instead, we value difference and diversity, not as problems, but as strengths. And we aspire to be a happy collaboration of different ethnicities, languages, cultures, and regions, united by a love of the land and appreciation for the opportunity this beautiful country offers each of us. At the same time, I'm only too conscious of the racism and discrimination that are still prevalent in all societies. As Canadians, we have absolutely no reason to be smug. And we must all reach out to people from different backgrounds, cultures, and opinions, so we can talk more and more about an all-inclusive us, instead of blaming all our troubles on some mysterious and probably misunderstood them. And just to underline how diverse Canada has become, when I present citizenship ceremony certificates to, say, 60 Canadians at a ceremony, they typically come from 30 different countries. That's today's Canada, and it's certainly today's Vancouver. These are not easy times for any of us. While social media have done so much to open up our world to instant knowledge and a variety of opinions, they've also induced widespread practices of demagoguery and personal attacks that undermine the integrity of practices fundamental to a successful democracy. And there's one way of responding to all these challenges that worries me, and that is a tendency for us to gravitate towards people with backgrounds and opinions very similar to our own. If we only listen to people like us, our lives will become increasingly narrow, sheltered, and biased. At one level, it's very understandable. There's comfort and support in sticking with those who share our views and avoid conflict with those who disagree. At the same time, the polarization of opinion so prominent today means that fewer and fewer people are willing to consider the merits of something proposed by someone of contrary opinion, with less and less interest in finding consensus on any of today's most important issues. Now it comes to you. By contrast, I hope that each of you, in your own way, has really benefited from your Acsenda journey, and that you appreciate that exposure to diversity and difference of opinion are crucial to lifelong learning. You've had the opportunity to discuss issues with fellow students and faculty from all over the world. You've had relatively small classes where you've been able to consider issues in depth. You've heard many opinions from people whose backgrounds are very different from your own, and I hope this experience has been really valuable to you. In short, I hope we've helped give you the knowledge, the skills, and especially the confidence to move on to your next endeavors with appreciation for the importance of listening, collaborating, and learning from others that will serve you the rest of your life. So be open, be curious, and always be kind. Collaborate. In short, be a lifelong learner. It's not only important, it's also really satisfying and a lot of fun. Best wishes to you all. Mr. President, I now invite you to address the graduating class, members of the Acsenda faculty and staff, and their guests, and to officiate over today's convocation.
Honored guest, Chancellor Paul, Elder Carleen Thomas, distinguished colleagues, families and friends, students, alumni, and most of the other graduates today who are joining us present here today, but also virtually from around the world. Welcome to this wonderful occasion, and thank you for being with us. Before I begin, I just want to extend a very special thank you to the Convocation Committee, the planning committee who put, and all the volunteers here today, who put so much effort into making this celebration possible, and all the work and effort that has gone to make it a very, very special moment for us all. So thank you very much to the Graduation Planning Committee. Congratulations to the Acsenda School of Management class of 2026. Today marks the culmination of an extraordinary journey. For many of you, that journey began with the courageous decision to leave your home country and build a future in a new one. You adapted to new ways of living, learning, and working. And you embrace new cultures, new communities, and many academic challenges. Convocation is a moment where the Acsenda community comes together to celebrate those achievements and to officially welcome you into our growing network of alumni. It is a significant milestone in your educational journey and in your lives. And today, you should feel an immense sense of pride and accomplishment. Graduates, as you leave Acsenda today, you are entering into a world that is changing at an extraordinary pace. New technologies, artificial intelligence, global challenges, and rapidly evolving industries are reshaping how we work and live. The careers you begin today may look very different in a few years from now. And in a few years from now, and you'll be having to learn how to adapt to working in these new environments. At Acsenda, you have learned a lot about leadership, and the environment that you're now adapting to. In this environment, your success will not be determined simply on what you know. It will be determined by how well you can learn, how well you can adapt, collaborate, and lead. The leaders of the future will not necessarily be those who have all the answers. They will be the ones who remain curious, ask thoughtful questions, and commit themselves to lifelong learning. They will think critically, solve complex problems, and make sound decisions in the face of uncertainty. They will understand the importance of empathy, human connections, and as technology continues to transform our workplaces, qualities such as integrity, compassion, and the ability to inspire others will become even more important. They will enable you to work effectively across cultures and perspectives. As graduates of Acsenda, you have studied in a very diverse learning environment. You have learned alongside classmates from around the world, and you have developed an appreciation for global perspectives and modern. These are qualities that modern leadership requires. Most importantly, though, future leaders will have the courage to step forward when opportunities arise, take responsibility, and to make a positive difference in the lives of others. Leadership is not a title. It is a choice to contribute, to serve, and to help others succeed. The future needs people who are thoughtful, ethical, globally minded, and prepared to make a difference, like our graduates here that are sitting with us today. Among the 385 graduates that we honor today, we have students representing 29 different countries, a reflection of the global character of Acsenda and the strength of the diversity of our community. Today, we celebrate graduates from both the Bachelor's of Business Administration program and the Bachelor of Hospitality Management programs. I want to recognize that many students are graduating with academic distinction and high academic distinction. And your dedication to your academics is truly commendable. During your time at Acsenda, your accomplishments, however, have extended far beyond the classroom. You have helped to build a vibrant and engaging campus community. Together, during your time here, we have celebrated the 20th anniversary of Acsenda, which was culminated by a spectacular talent show. We've celebrated many cultural events that have taken place to celebrate the different cultures of our students and the diversity of our students. These have included the Pista San Nayon this year, which was a spectacular event. We've had a soccer team that went to the finals in the local community tournament. Congratulations. And we've had many, many other events that showcase the creativity, culture, and the spirit of our students. You engage with the broader professional community through conferences, networking events, guest speaker sessions, case competitions, and through involvement with professional associations. You have received recognitions such as the Partners in Tourism Hospitality Rising Star Award. These are incredible acknowledgements and show the amazing talent that we have within our student community here. We are especially proud of our human resources program and our case competition team, which placed third overall and was the top team from British Columbia in the prestigious Human Resource Professionals Western Case Competition. Congratulations. Equally important, though, you took the time to give back to your community. And we've seen this through the many opportunities where students have been involved in volunteering and serving others. And there were many that were organized through Acsenda. We had people involved with the Great Canadian Shoreline Cleanup, Warm Hearts, the Shared Closets Clothing Drive, Downtown Eastside Sock Drive, Hack the Holidays. But there were also many, many of you who personally gave your time in your own way to your local and broader communities. And we thank you for that. That's really what being Canadian is about. It's about serving and helping others. And I think you've very done such a great job in doing that. Graduates, you're an exceptional group. And throughout your time at Acsenda, I have witnessed remarkable examples of leadership, supporting students during orientation, serving in student clubs, acting as student ambassadors, presenting at conferences, organizing events, and building meaningful professional networks. You have helped create a community that's founded on professionalism, respect, integrity, and empathy. And I encourage you to carry those values with you throughout your careers and your lives. Increasingly, employers seek out Acsenda graduates because they recognize these qualities. They recognize that you are prepared, professional, resilient, adaptable, and show a strong commitment towards success. Your education has not only, though, prepared you for careers, but also for opportunities to lead, innovate, and make meaningful contributions to your professions and others' lives. You have lived the Acsenda motto, international thinking, individual focus. And when you think about it, these 4 words capture so much of who we are. And they can serve also as a guide to you in the future. International thinking reminds us that we must remain globally aware, culturally sensitive, and open to different perspectives. Individual focus reminds us that leadership is ultimately all about people. It is about listening, supporting others, building relationships, and acting with integrity. And together, these principles remind us also what you do matters. Each of you has the power to make a difference in the lives of others. Before I conclude, I just want to take a moment to recognize and acknowledge the people who have made this journey possible for you. And please join me in expressing our deepest appreciation to our incredible faculty and staff for their dedication, mentorship, and unwavering commitment to student success. To the faculty and staff. I want to acknowledge the various professional associations, community organizations, business partners, and employers who have all played an incredible part in providing opportunities and meaningful learning engagement, and professional growth. So to our employers and our community partners, thank you so much. To those that, I also want to acknowledge those that encourage you to choose Acsenda and help begin your journey in Canada. Thank you for your guidance and your belief in our students and helping them to point them in the direction of Acsenda. But most importantly, I want to extend, and please join me in extending a very, very special thank you to your families and friends and your loved ones. Thank you for your unwavering support and encouragement and sacrifice that you made to make sure that our graduates here today have succeeded in achieving their degree and academic goals in Canada. Thank you so much to the families. As you move forward, I want you to remember and to know, first of all, that you matter to us. Second, we are very, very proud of you. Third, we believe in you. And finally, we are really, really excited to see what you're going to accomplish in your lives. So thank you. We wish you the very, very best, and we invite you to stay connected with us. It's important to know how you do in the future. So I encourage you to keep involved with our alumni network and continue to learn with us throughout your lives. Your relationship with Acsenda doesn't end today. It just evolves to a new chapter. So we really want to be a part of that. And wherever your path leads, Acsenda will always be a part of your story, and you will always be a part of ours. So to the class of 2026, we encourage you to continue to learn, to lead, and to make a positive difference in the world. Congratulations, graduates, and welcome to the Acsenda family. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to introduce to you our valedictorian this year, Chancellor Paul, President Mort, Chair of the Governing Council, members of the Platform Party, honored guests, faculty, staff, graduates, and families. Acsenda School of Management has attracted many talented students who represent a diversity of nations, cultures, and languages. This year, we have selected an exceptional individual who stands out for outstanding academic achievement, remarkable personal growth, and profound contributions to campus and community life. Throughout his time at Acsenda, Sky has distinguished himself as a leader, mentor, advocate, and community builder. He served as president of the Management Information Systems Club, student representative on the Academic Council, DQuab student representative, student mentor and tutor, and student volunteer. Under his leadership, the MIS Club grew to a thriving community, hosting impactful events, promoting technology, sustainability through a campus-wide tech drive, and earning the Acsenda Impact Award. Beyond Acsenda, Sky extended his leadership into the broader community through cultural engagement, industry initiatives, and environmental stewardship. He volunteered with the Philippine-Canada Trade Council, supported community solidarity efforts, connected students with opportunities such as SFU hackathons and Web Summit, Vancouver, and partnered with the Electronic Cycling Association to promote responsible technology, recycling, and sustainability. His commitment to excellence has been recognized through numerous academic distinctions and scholarships, including the Rotary Club Scholarship, multiple program scholarships, and leadership scholarships, as well as repeated recognition on both the President's List and the Dean's List. These achievements reflect not only academic excellence, but also a consistent dedication to service, leadership, and the success of others. Sky embodies the values that define the Acsenda community: integrity, resilience, compassion, and a commitment to making a meaningful difference. Please join me in warmly welcoming the valedictorian for the class of 2026, Ramin Sky Floresa.
Before I begin, I would like to say, if someone had told us on our first day at Acsenda that one day we would all be sitting here wearing graduation gowns, I don't think many of us would believe it. Back then, we were simply trying to find our classrooms, trying to remember everyone's names, and surviving our first assignments, yet somehow, one ordinary day after another, those days became today. Governing Council Chair, Sir John Daniel, Chancellor Dr. Ross Paul, President Dr. Neil Mort, honored guests, distinguished faculty, proud families and friends, to those who has traveled from across the globe to celebrate this milestone with us, to those joining us virtually, and above all, the remarkable graduating class of 2026. Good afternoon. My name is Ramin Sky Floresca, and it is a privilege and a humbling experience to represent the graduating class of 2026. As I reflected on what I wanted to share today, I realized that our journey can be summed up in 3 simple messages. Show up, trust the timing, and celebrate one another. Every graduate in this room has a story. Some of us move to a new country, leaving behind our parents, partners, families, and everything familiar. Some balance part-time work while pursuing their education. Some raise children while attending classes. Others quietly carried financial pressures, family responsibilities, or moments of self-doubt that no one else ever saw. We had days when deadlines felt impossible. We had days when we wondered, what am I doing here? But we showed up, not losing sight or momentum to achieve our goals. This moment was never built on one midterm where we had to write 5 essays, 500 words each. It wasn't built on remembering that assets equals liabilities plus equity. And it definitely wasn't built on Team Chester finally defeating Team Baldwin in business strategy. It was built on countless ordinary days when we chose not to quit. Because sometimes, success isn't about taking giant leaps. It's about the small steps we take that eventually lead us to somewhere we never imagined. Every lecture we attended, every assignment we submitted, every challenge we overcame, and every day we chose to keep going brought us to this moment. This isn't the result of one extraordinary achievement. It is the result of thousands of ordinary moments when we simply choose to show up. But showing up is only half the journey. The other half is having the patience to trust every step, every setback, every detour is taking us exactly where we are meant to be. So class of 2026, trust your timing. As we leave Acsenda, our paths will look different. Some of us will continue, the careers we started. Some will pursue new opportunities, like achieving a higher CELPIP score. Some are still waiting for the opportunity they have worked so hard for. And some may discover a path they never expected. And that's okay. Our journeys were never meant to look the same. There will be moments when it feels like everyone else is moving ahead while we are standing still. But remember, not all progress is visible. Sometimes, growth happens quietly, and sometimes, the greatest opportunities come after the longest wait. Trust your journey. Trust the work you have done. Your timing is your own. And finally, celebrate one another. Today is not about one person, it's about all of us. Although I have the privilege of representing the graduating cohort, the moment belongs to every graduate sitting before me. Each of us earned this achievement through perseverance, sacrifice, resilience, and hope. And none of us arrived here alone. Behind every graduate is someone who supported us, believed in us, and helped reach us this moment. Today, we celebrate not only where we are, but everything it took to get here. Before I continue, I would like to take a moment to personally thank the people who have been greatest source of my strength. To my day ones, Thea, Kenneth, Donna, Carla, and Keen, we finally made it. Thank you for walking with me in this journey. To the incredible student services team, Wendy, Hetty, Patrick, Jessa, and Dawn, thank you for believing in the students beyond the classroom. I'll always remember the conversations, the laughter, and yes, every slice of pizza that we shared. Your support gave me confidence in moments when I doubted myself. To my front desk supervisor, Isabella, thank you for seeing potential in me and encouraging me to step outside my comfort zone. Your guidance and trust shaped not only the professional I hope to become, but the person I strive to be. With that, I am greatly, deeply thankful. To the academic advising team, Professor Garima, May, and Alyssa, thank you for allowing me to help my fellow students and grow my own skills along the way. Your trust meant so much. To my professors and all faculty members in Acsenda, thank you for sharing your wisdom and lessons that extended far beyond the classroom. To my MIS Club family, thank you for believing in every crazy idea we brought to life. Winning the Acsenda Impacts Award was never about the trophy. It was about proving that students can accomplish what they believe in one another when they believe in one another. As your former president, I'll always be your greatest supporter. Continue building the legacy, continue creating opportunities, and continue inspiring students. To my cousins, especially Ate G, thank you for being my support system here in Canada. I often say that I would not have survived this journey without you. One day, I hope to pay forward the same kindness and care you gave me. And finally, to my mom and siblings, thank you for allowing me to pursue my dreams in another country. Being apart was never easy, but your love and support carried me through every challenge. To my dad, I know you're up there watching. These are the fruits of your sacrifices. We love you and we thank you always. Above all, I'm grateful for the strength and support that carried me through this journey. Each of us draws that strength from different places, and I honor them all today. But fellow graduates, remember this. This achievement is just as much yours as it is mine. We earned this moment. Every tear shed when opportunities felt out of reach. Every sleepless night spent finishing projects. Every exam we feared we wouldn't pass, and every loved one we missed while chasing our dreams far from home. Today, We stand here because we choose perseverance over doubt. And that same determination will carry us into the future we've worked hard to claim. As we begin this next chapter, I hope we continue to show up, trust your own timing, and celebrate one another. As we stand here today, we are no longer the new students that first walked through Acsenda's doors. Through late nights, assignment deadlines, classroom discussions, meaningful conversations, and the challenges we overcame together, we became more than students. We became a community, united by shared experiences and strengthened by a sense of belonging that turned Acsenda into a second home. This moment is proof that every step mattered. We are not here because everything went according to plan. We were here because we kept going when it didn't. To our families, friends, mentors, and everyone who supported and guided us, in our own respectful languages, we say thank you. Siashe, merci, obrigado, gracias, sukriya, danbayad, kansamida, and of course, maraming salamat po. To everyone, we made it. The next chapter begins now. This moment is ours. Let's celebrate it together. Class of 2026, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Sky. I would now like to proceed with the conferral of degrees. Additionally, I would like to specifically acknowledge the students who have demonstrated outstanding accomplishments throughout their academic journey at Acsenda. You may have noticed that some students are wearing the gold-colored cords around their necks. Those with the gold cords are students that are graduating with the highest of academic distinctions. Congratulations on these splendid achievements. I now call upon the Registrar, Ms. Danila Piasco, and Chancellor Paul to come to the podium.
I ask the graduates to stand, please. Chancellor Paul, it is my pleasure to present to you the following candidates who have completed all requirements for the degrees of the Bachelor of Business Administration and Bachelor of Hospitality Management.
Thank you very much. What a great crowd. I hereby confer upon the candidates, both those present and in absentia, the Bachelor of Business Administration degree and the Bachelor of Hospitality Management degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Well done. Please be seated.
I ask Chancellor Paul and President Moore to prepare to receive the graduates, and I call up on Ms. Val Gribble to announce the names for the Bachelor of Business Administration.
When directed by our volunteers, approach the stage entrance and hand your reader card to me. Once your name is called, proceed across the stage and stand before Chancellor Paul and Dr. Neil Mort. If you prefer not to shake hands with the stage party, please place your hand on your heart. After greeting the stage party, exit the stage and follow the instructions from our volunteers and staff to have your individual photo taken outside the theatre. Once your photo has been taken, please return to the theatre and your original seats. We shall now commence. Romine Sky Floresca. Esther Laranas. Taya Marie Casamanga Brales. Carla Joyce Mama Clay. Donna Isa Nervaza. Kenneth John Benedito Leo. King Dominic Marfito. Ethel Aguilar. Roxana Baraftas. Adrian Martinez. Brian Dillon. Shalane Valenka. Maria Shanika Bull. I.C. Dancel. Zoena Jalene Awil. Catherine Yoriku. Joanne Chona Navarita. Marco Leva. Jose Javier Gerardo Palama. Francisco Suico. Janelle Sambalilo. Janice Casimiro. Virginia de la Cruz. Kay Lou Polohan. Maria Ninia Sasing. Christine Radaza Go. Charlene Gabor. Alejandro Mangolongong. Camila Asquijada Davila. Mercedes Rodriguez. Michelle Sarah Dambriuku. Jalyn Jem Brunaf. Erica Simonia. Emeline Estelero del Campo. Christine Marie Torres. Rachel Ann de Mesa. Era Faye Razon. Alyssa Joy Razon. Mark Bansag. Divine Karstia Pigor. Christina Marie Subla. Bibi Idyar Sodhan. Anel Ewi. Camilita Medina. Jane Carla Miranda. Abigail Aniscal. Princess Kathleen Diego. Kenneth Adrian Badillo. Tatiana Cantillo Moreno. Moro Alvarado. Oscar Ayala. Alain Gonzalez. Carla Giovanna Cercero. Marcio E. Perez Salazar. Alejandra Hinoza. Rosalva Alvarado. Matia Obradovic. Diane Vanessa Kaliwan Mandia. Jelly Guzman. Udnal Soriano. Charmela Marie Codinera. Mary Austin Ilastre. Justin Para. Camila Andres Reyes Valencia. Vanessa Mora Silva. Udlen Rodriguez. Gabriela Santos. Tatiana Corneo. Laura Lilia Soto Buranda. Abril Kasani. Jasmine Velasquez. Danisa Wojtowicz. Strashel Adoles. Eileen Tan. Joyce Valerie Boiser Amerjan. Sharina Angelica M. Motares. Charmaine Castillo Afford. Shariz Ann Duale Adrian. Loriza Kalahi Molina. Ronald Dragones David. Colleen Faye Bonavara. Mary Grace Battalion Badera. Ivy Young. Aya Furkawa. Hannah Isabel Biatan. Nailan Bayong Gayong. Renee Rose Bakamara. Yoshiko Ayana Bale. Angelica May Laria. Maria Angela Barato. Hope Mercano. Ronalyn Jade Bunsoy. Karen Dolente. Jeda Noyemencido. Oriel Dopango. Helen May Izafra. Marian K. Levapi. Diana Pacheco. Jeanette Salinas Aranda. Paula Andrea Bunguara Lopez. Lizeth Janine Sarabia. Rachel Ann Kumar. Harvinder Singh. Samsher Singh. Amarveer Singh. Parumveer Singh. Amritpal Singh. Savita Ramikisoon. Sanjay Hill. Julie Ann May Rampilo. Jalit Sajpan. Christia Marie Cordero. Sara Azate Franco. James Mota. Karina Leon Matos. Daniela Balido Garci. Enrique Costanendo Castillo. Cynthia Lorena Felix Hurtado. Maria Jose Romero Velasco. Betsabet Sosa. Shaira Corona. Rodrigo Ruiz. Claudia Maria Roca. Saragia Castillo Castro. Cecilia Gomez Robles. Jose Martinenzo. Zed Friedkod. Artura Para. Julieta Silvestra. Katia Escobosa. Zuli Aranza Bonita Juans. Elsie Percy. Ana Yasmin Rentered. Ana Lilia Hernandez Romero. Francisco Javier Reyes Ramos. Vesa Kalimashi. Cristina Velasco Galvan. Inacia Mordez. Luis Ortigoza. Brian Eduardo Cervantes Vargas. Nemo Rahman Emon. Amdi Zulkar Mahin. Krishna Gurang. Shweta Lama. Akriti Tamang. Srijana Prijuli. Utsaf Basnet. Chijij Gurang. Karsang Lama. Ajay Bandari. Tuba Amek. Anuja Bhatia. Manisha Karki. Daniela Ospina Perez. Vergi Salve. Jerry May Villarin. Bianca Alessandra Bahena. Rochelle Soriano. Alfredo Meza. Lucille Nirasan. Robijin Atud. Jenny Yanuraria. Mohammed Ozefa. Vaibhav Akhaja. Cristela Mohawaniti Mimana. Una Salma Unosu. Moneles Alange. Esther Osifo. Arlene Salvador Tassi. Natalie Kar Bajhas. Ahmed Yusri Ashraf Rumi. Sarindav Sandima Dua Achiochki. Venuka Mahnikanda. Steve Arkash Ravishankar. Upeksha Rathinayate. Pathum Kadikara. Praveen Yantanchan. Donna Ishadi Dilikaranta. Sergio Matuk. Sandra Janet Martinez Herrera. Catalina Munoz. Olivia Guadalupe Cordova Pena. Melissa Marial Arande Angel. Andrea del Pilar Sereno Delgado. Jay Riola. Junard Vitug. Mija de Guzman. Nenye K. Summer Club. Mark Gil Inabore. Paul Benson Lopez. Graham Soriano. Melvi Diamante. Rosaline Bernardo. Jezebel Doria. Jyoti Mamagay. Maritza de la Cruz Sanchez. Claudia Teresa Espinoza Ramirez. Virgil Cesar Ramboa. Maurice Ishmael. Shivam Tuli. Ruby Jade Palomo. Ray Hannah Capitulo. XC Panis. Michelle Jimenez. Jolina Josoboris. Catherine Katakutan. Ruby Fernandez. Vanessa Abaza Guzman. Reza Laruan. Teresa Jean Villaneva Corpus. Maria Janet Suzon. Melval Tuazad. Rizalin Montero. Nina Pamplona. Rodriguez Delgado. Dave Kennedy Landico. Mark Joseph Marmita. Javier. Alan Paul Carrion. Mariam Carpui. Paulo Lodge Carambias Evangelista. Miguel Vicente Vitug Levia. Justine Wayne Honorada. Kaimanat Bagazin Tiu. Jinti Avan Samsodal. Jan Estelle Grace Cato. Winnie Joy Gajulotos. Andrea May Osmilo. Lovepreet Kaur. Hartley Villegas. Jabat Sirike Balike. January Emmanuel Thomas Ison. Ray Lawrence Torrecampo. Brian Joseph Lucero. Stephanie Joyce Madrales Raymondo. Kanisha Gay Kabatbat Rodkilo. Arnel Buno. Jasmine Mendoza. Apal Rapisura. Bernie Jun Zunyo. Jason Bakul. Ashutosh Uprati. Surendra Subedi. John Garrett Reyes. Marica de la Cruz. Marianne Ramirez Bilasan. Abigail Kunu. Jaleel Diaz. Deza Clonor. Sheila Marie Malabanan Lindo. Ariel Magapane. Thank you, everyone. That concludes the graduates. That concludes the graduates from the Bachelor of Business Administration program. We will now announce the names for the Bachelor of Hospitality Management. We will follow the same procedure. Abigail Vilanda. Jansen Miller. Manuel Charmaine Juan. Clea May Aguhab. Donald Alisong. Joyce Natalio. Maria Teresa Salvador Sousa. Jean Oliveris. Robianne Marquez. Sarah May Lulu Pangan. Mariela Guimozon. Thurston Renzo Garfoli. Juliana Pamint. Larisca de Oliveira Gorancho. Marvin Capac. Elaine Sarmiento Antito. Maisel Kaisip Almera Tandriosa. Renise Marie Bionson. Hyacinth Agmadani. Christine Palmones. Stephanie Antonto. Christine Malana. Gerald Pagaregon. Christian Galgao. Christine Jo Ortiz. Amy Gabaza. Percy Tan. Zaira Rambach. Marjorie Aviso. Sherilyn Benaro Lacambra. Rich Linas Florendo. Madeline Oishi Biswas. Reggie Aton. Marisol Tan. Eunice Joy Bassina. Shalin Tapiz. Domber Basik. Arneil James Bruttonall. Carol Marie Barte. Simranjeet Kaur. V. Palkod. Mary Grace Bulala. Sherilyn May Val. Apple Joy Luanis. Caitlin Diala Shankar. Evita Lona Quito. Jumini Diaz. Dulaj Vikrama Sakara. Grisa Vine Balvis. Marisol Pakistan. Jean-Marie Balmeg. Aldrin Simon. Christine Isabel Ramos. Hannah Joy Landico. Jean McLean Gomez. Berminder Singh. Gurjeet Singh. Valeria Salinas. Annabelle Amiskua. Marina Markovic. Maria Mashabu. Juliana Lee Palacios. Andrea Sanchez Bravo. Eliana Tirado. Harminderjeet Singh. Ashdeep Singh. Danish Arora. Priya Suresh Antil. Gurleen Kaur Balveja. Kirti Garbuja. Arminder Kaur. Rajpreet Kaur. Satveer Kaur. Navdeep Kaur Virk. Husanpreet Kaur. Sharanjeet Singh. Prabin Khatri. Suman Sharma. Sangam Podar Khatri. Wait. Niroz Sharathia. Vijay Aryal. Ritesh Thapa Magar. Meghna Rana. David Canlas. Juan Kitts Monroe. Kumakshi Sharma. Jefferson San Louis. Shatig Anubhang. Sherry May Federica Regalado. You know what I'm going to say now, don't you? That concludes the graduates from the Bachelor of Hospitality Management program. Well done, everyone.
Thank you again, Ms. Bal Gariwal. Graduates, can you please now stand? Please acknowledge your graduation status by moving your tassels from the right to the left. However, I am going to count 1 to 3 before you do that. I'm going to ask the photographer, Jim, to come forward to capture this specific moment. So please, everyone standing, I'm going to count to 3. On the count of 3, please celebrate by throwing your caps up into the air. I'll count slowly. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations again, Acsenda School of Management, class of 2026. Please be seated. Thank you again. I now invite Chancellor Paul to make his closing remarks. Chancellor Paul, please.
Acsenda graduates, that was more like a World Cup victory than... My heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. Be proud of your degree and be grateful to all who have helped you on the way. Your families, your friends, Acsenda professors and staff, and your fellow students. We're really proud of you, and we hope you will spread the word about Acsenda as strong and supportive alumni. Most of all, most important thing, right now, give yourself a big pat on the back. You're the one who did this. Well done. I would ask you now to rise if you're able and remain standing in your place as the stage party recesses. Thank you again. Congratulations. This graduation ceremony is now concluded.